everybody, and welcome back to KWPR, that's Koi Water Plants and Rants. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Martin. Those of you who do know me, how you doing? Yeah, so just a quick little update for Christmas. Yeah, winter's well and truly arrived, so well, it's warmed up a lot. It's just grey, dull, damp, miserable. It's not wintery at all, is it? Don't really feel like Christmas, but yeah, so yeah, so very quick little update. Those of you who saw the short I brought out, I did lose Amanda in the end. She sort of like rallied and then sort of went down, then rallied and went down, doing everything I could to sort of like try and help with recovery, but yeah, she did pass. So scooped her out, and I'd done a course a long time ago when I was keeping tropicals, about sort of like autopsy and fish and having a look, see what's wrong. So cut her open, and there was a massive tumour sort of like on her kidney. Well, it was spread everywhere really. It was kidney, on her liver, all through. It was just a huge mass. So no matter what I would have done, she would have succumbed to it in the end, as she did. So yeah, it was a little bit gutting. She was my sort of like one of my favourite fish, one of the biggest fish in the pond, and yeah, so my first fish loss for 5 years, 5 years. Yeah, so my first fish loss for 5 years. So yeah, a little bit gutting, but that's fish keeping, and so it's you know, onwards and upwards, you know, gone but never forgotten. It's sort of like a big emptiness in the pond, but you know, they say fish are fish, but you know, looking at the other fish, sort of like, you know, just after she passed and everything like that, it's almost like they were mourning. They were just moping around. I was a little bit worried something wrong, but no, they're fine. They're all sort of like over it now, and swimming about and still feeding, because I did bump the heat back up to 18 degrees when I was treating Amanda, just in the hope that it would help out. And I've only just started lowering it again now, so come January I hopefully should be down to about 10 degrees for sort of like January, February, and then in March I'll start bringing it back up again. But yeah, I'll spin you around. Yeah, so the covers are on, and it doesn't look very pretty. Yeah, I've got the hatch off over there because I just cleaned the skimmer out, but you see, it don't take them long to get used to it, does it? They're all sat around there because they can hear me clumping about, saying feed me, feed me, feed me. I've not got any food with me at the moment, but I will chuck a bit out in a second. So yeah, I was going to put the underwater camera down, but I've dug it out and it's been that long since I've used it. It's out of battery and I had time to charge it up, but as you can see, everybody down there is happy as Larry and is doing absolutely fine. Yeah, we got used to Amanda's. Did have a couple of knocks when the covers first put on, but they peeled over nicely. No scale losses or anything like that. So yeah, all the boys and girls in there are happy now, and like I said, they know where the feeding hatch is. So just shut them away, and I'll get them some food in a minute. But yeah, it's not very pretty, but it's my choice to cover because I do heat, or I keep the air source heat pump going. Like I said, at the moment I'm sort of just under 18 now, but like I said, we'll drop it down to 10, but it will be set to 10. It won't go any lower than that, and to keep the heat in. But if you listen to the old Pondo man, you don't need to cover, which is very true. Bit of diversion. See, look, there's the for those of you who've got Japanese paper bushes, if you think waiting for them to flower, see the winter time, see the buds are already formed and they stay on the tree all winter. Just there, that's the bud Yeah, so they'll stay there all winter, and that's the first thing that opens up in spring. Is you don't get no leaves, they just open up, sort of thing. But all the leaves are dropped on everything. Obviously the pine's evergreen. I can't remember the name of this, but this is evergreen. Those ferns stay all year. That one actually is supposed to be a tree fern that grows, and it's supposed to be covered, but I haven't. And that one there, I've just piled a load of dry leaves and stuff over that one just to protect the crown. But yeah, it's pretty desolate in the garden. Anyway, as what was I saying? Oh yeah, Pondo Man. Yeah, so you're saying that there's no need to cover, and yeah, it's true, you don't need to cover, it's a personal choice. But some of the references where he's supposed to be myth busting and that lot, he didn't really sort of go into things. He was just using sort of like large bodies of lakes as examples and things like that. And what you've got to remember is that your average pond in your garden isn't a large body. It's a very small body, and with wind chill, it's subject to rapid temperature change, and that is what your koi don't like. Swings of 2 degrees either way in a very short amount of time is what upsets them and gets them a bit down in the dumps, shall we say. But that's because of the wind chill and the small amount of water. Like I said, a large body of lake, you've got deep areas and that where they can go down, and the temperature change isn't so bad. In our ponds, sort of like about, you know, anywhere 3, 5, 6 foot. I mean, some people have got 8, 9 foot, 10 foot deep ponds, but you know, your average pond, I suppose, is about 4 foot, 5 foot deep. Those temperature change through wind chill can be very, very, very rapid indeed. So I make the personal choice of covering the pond because I heat, and other people make the personal choice of covering the pond without heat, just to stop that temperature change. And a few of my buddies out there who don't heat, who have put covers on, holding sort of like temperatures of about sort of like 11, 12, 13 degrees because it's not been very cold. But when the temperature change does come in the pond, as the ambient air temperature drops, you know, it's a lot slower than what it would be if the covers weren't on. But like I said, it isn't necessary, but it does help with the health of your fish a lot. So, but that's down to you. That's down to each and every one of you. I'm not going to tell you you've got to do it. I'm not going to say you ain't got to do it. It's down to personal choice. But anyway, so it's not a lot to report really. Oh yeah, Seni. I'll show you in a sec. So, the Seneye is out. It's gone. Not using it anymore. That's just a web server bit. The actual box and the cable, I think, are in the garage somewhere. But yeah, I've pulled it out. Had enough with it. It was, oh, it's too dark in here. Turn the light on. Yeah. I did sort of speak to Seni about it, but it's, in my opinion, just not man enough for the job with a pond. It's inaccurate until you manually go onto your laptop or computer and go in and change the parameters, but to do that you need to use some other kind of test kit, accurate test kit, so like a hanometer or something like that. So like you set your ammonia and your pH readings, do all that manually, then you go into the computer and you adjust the Hana readings to match that at that particular time, because every time you change the slide, which is every 28 days, every time you change the little slide in there, it knocks all your settings out. It gives you a totally different reading. So I know they work very well in the sort of like the marine fish keeping side of things. Perhaps, you know, they're designed better for that. It's not such a hard hitting environment for them, maybe, I don't know, to what a pond is. But for the price you pay, there seems to be now, just recently, better systems on the market. The Captoli one that I've seen a few boys testing and using seems to be very good, very accurate, keeping on par with the Blue Lag Guardians. So yeah, it's gone. It's just not worth the hassle. So the Seneye, it is a lot of hard work to keep it set up and keep it reading accurate. Like I said, it's very good because it's got the Wi-Fi side of things, so it will send a message to your phone, and you can go sort of like on the app and check things live, and that so it'll give you a basic idea. Brilliant side of things, but I believe Captoli's working on a Wi-Fi version, sort of that will do the same. Mountain Trees one is quite interesting, but I don't think there's any of them over here yet. But that system looks very, very interesting, but I should imagine it'd be very expensive when it comes out. But if Mountain Tree, if you're watching, you might send one over. Hey, you know, Christmas and all that lot, I'll be very appreciative to give one a go for you and do a little video on it. Yeah, see that? That's a pig flying. Yeah, so so the Seneye's gone. Would I recommend it? It's a hard one. If you haven't got access to anything else, and like I said, Captoli is a hell of a lot cheaper than what the Seneye one is, and it does seem to be working very well. So yeah, as it is for a pond, no, I wouldn't recommend it. For marine reef aquariums and things like that, I do know they work very well in that environment, so yeah, okay, if you're going to use it for that. But for a pond, it's just not accurate. Like I said, every time you change the slide, every 28 days, it just knocks all the parameters, all the settings out. It's weird. It's no consistency with the slides. I think that's what it is. I know you've got to give it a little while to settle in, but it's just not there. It's a lot of hard work goes into setting it all up. But anyway, give you a little Christmas message, because it's that time of year. It's Christmas Eve today, but I've got to go get changed, and I'll go off down to my youngest son's house and have a meal over there for Christmas Eve. Christmas Day I'm over the in-laws, and then Boxing Day we're having 18 people up to us. But yeah, I will catch you in a minute because I need to get changed. So, all changed, got my Christmas glad rags on. Christmas Day, but just want to sort of mention a couple of events that just taken place. First one being GKP Live, where they raised money for Macmillan Cancer Support. Raised a hell of a lot of money through sort of like a raffle, auctions and different bits and pieces and that lot. Absolutely fantastic job, guys. Brilliant day. Raised a lot of money. It was over £2,000, I believe, and I can personally vouch for the work that Macmillan done when my mum had cancer, and the support that they gave her was second to none. And when she did eventually leave us, they were absolutely brilliant with my dad. Unfortunately, I was away on ops with the military at the time, and couldn't get back straight away. And as soon as she passed and that, like, my dad made a phone call, and somebody came straight round and sort of helped him with the initial arrangements and everything like that. And I just can't big them up enough. So it's such a worthy cause, and it was a really good night. So well done, guys. The money was well deserved. So yeah, personal thanks from myself for sort of supporting. Yeah, it was a good night. And second one was the Only Fins group, which was mainly set up by Dave Eden Koi Pond. Loads of giveaways. I didn't get anything myself, but that's not the part of it. It's taken part of it. Yeah, really good night on that one again. Some really good prizes given away in that, and I look forward to the next one. But one bigging up thing, so I just want to mention koi competitions. If you've not seen it, I'll put the link down below. Basically, it's just sort of like different. Started off originally with sort of koi related prizes, which there still are, but there's bigger things now, like the Christmas one was having Inocular, you know, the old 3D goggles and stuff like that, Apple Watches, GoPros, and you know, it's really growing. And you know, the tickets that you can buy, it's up to you how many you buy, but they're really cheap prices to sort of buy one ticket or 10 tickets, 5 tickets, for some really good prizes. So if you're not taking part yet in koi competitions, pop yourself over there and have a look. It's koicompetition.co.uk, I think it is, run by Clayton, and it's, you know, it is really, you know, get yourself, you're in with a chance of winning, you know, not necessarily. I was lucky enough to actually get myself a little tablet, Samsung A8 tablet. I won that, up there. Yeah, so yeah, really chuffed with that. It's a really good thing. So yeah, gonna pop inside now, sit by the Christmas tree, and I'll speak to you again in a minute. So I'd just like to take this moment just to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And at this time of the festive season, I'd like you just to cast your mind back, and I'd like to join my Canadian friend Chris Stubbins in sort of like asking you to sort of like spare a thought for members of the armed forces, police, NHS, firemen, or anybody who can't spend the Christmas period at home with their family. As most of you know, I myself was in the armed forces for many a year, and I spent several Christmases away from home, and I can talk from personal experience that it is quite a hard time, especially when you've got young kiddies and you can't be there with them. So just, you know, just take a moment of your day out just to sort of like consider these people, and you know, just send them your best wishes in your thoughts or whatever, or say a prayer if you're sort of that inclination. And again, thank them for their service. By the way, Chris, thank you for your service. So again, Merry Christmas, and let's hope next year is going to be a better year, and we're going to have a decent summer so we can get plenty of growth and enjoy the koi shows in the bright sunshine. So look after yourselves, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday period. I'm back to work in a couple of days. So, sort of thing to do these days is work. And I'll see you on the flip flop. And before I go, I'm 2 away from 2,000 subscribers. So once I hit that 2,000 mark, I'll be coming up with some kind of 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Let's get this holiday period out of the way, like, so I can get a few spondoolies in the bank to get something as a prize. But yeah, so stay safe, don't drink too much, drink a lot, yeah, and eat a lot, but not too much. And have a great time, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. And remember, this ain't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Look after yourselves, everybody. See you soon.